Hey guys, Ryan here. First things first, I'm going to address the clickbait title. And no, I don't think Modern Warfare 2 is trash. I just have a couple things I think are big problems with it, but overall I still think it's a good game and probably worth buying. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to get into it with talking about my favorite thing in this entire game, and that's the gunplay and the guns. Modern Warfare games always have the best gun sounds, the best gun animations, and the way they feel, it's just crisp. They're not low recoil, they kind of have higher recoil. It's a little bit more of an issue to control them, but I like that. I enjoy the fact that they actually feel more realistic and kind of heavier with a little more visual recoil, but it also means that the guns, they feel super satisfying when you get a kill. I don't know what they do different, but the guns just are an entirely different level compared to games like Vanguard and Cold War. I liked a lot of the Cold War guns. I did enjoy Cold War multiplayer. I did enjoy Vanguard multiplayer. But I do think that the gunplay and the guns in this game, they're just on a whole nother level. The other thing I really enjoy about this game is overall the maps seem pretty good, and I think that with ground war and whatnot, and just overall more maps and potentially bigger maps, the game's going to play really well in that aspect. But those are the things that I really enjoyed, and I really enjoyed it compared to other CODs. And the things that I don't like and I'm kind of worried about is the overall movement speed and kind of clunkiness in movement. And the other part is the super fast time to kill. In this game, it's pretty much if you shoot first, you're going to win the gunfight. There's a couple times that might not be true because you're able to turn on someone. But for the most part, if you see someone and you get those first couple shots, they're dead. There's no reacting to it. There's no really surviving if you get caught off guard. And while this is okay for some people, it's kind of unenjoyable in a lot of aspects to me. I know some people really enjoy this, but when you have a Call of Duty like this and you factor in things like the internet and ping, when I was on 100 ping versus people on 20, 30 ping, it was almost unplayable because I didn't even really have a chance to react because of the massive difference in how fast you die. When you die in probably 150 to 200 milliseconds and there's an 80 millisecond ping discrepancy, you automatically start to see the issue with this. And now imagine you're in a lobby full of people, and if you have bad internet, now suddenly you're in for a really bad time. And this also goes hand in hand with the movement thing I was talking about. There is a way currently in the beta to slide cancel. However, it's not exactly the same. You don't get the instant ability to shoot like a normal slide cancel, but it is still useful, and I still enjoy the fact that it's in the game, but I do think it's going to probably be removed before the full game's out. It's a little difficult to do. I'm going to make a video on how to do it soon, but I do think that the most important part that people need to realize is if you don't have any movement capability to get to cover or to get behind things quickly, then people who are on head glitches, they're almost unkillable. Unless you get lucky or unless they just have terrible aim, you're probably not winning that gunfight, and this is something I thoroughly unenjoy in my Call of Duties. I do think positioning in Call of Duties like this should be one of the key things. Movement shouldn't be as important as other games. It should be more focused on positioning and pre-aiming. However, leaving people with no option in a game that has super fast time to kills is a really bad thing in my opinion, because you just make for an unenjoyable experience and you really promote camping and kind of quote unquote toxic play styles. It's not that it's bad to camp, because I do it a lot in my Warzone games, I do it a lot in my Modern Warfare games or whatever, but it's overall annoying to play against, and with this game, it's going to be super hard to deal with campers and people overall, and it's a big concern for me. But moving on from there, I'm going to get into the things I'm just unsure of how to feel about, and this is the overall impact of this game on Warzone 2, and the new leveling weapon system and the new weapon unlock system. So if you don't know, this game's weapon unlocks does not work like other games. When you use a certain gun and get it to a certain level, this will unlock other variants of that gun and therefore essentially other guns entirely. So for example, if you wanted to unlock the MP5 in the beta, you would have to use the AR version until it was leveled up to level 11. And then once you have that AR version leveled up to level 11, you would unlock the MP5 SMG to use in the create a class option. This is also how you're going to unlock a sniper or marksman rifle, and there's a bunch of different guns you're going to unlock based off the base versions of other guns. This is super weird. It's super different compared to other Call of Duties. Part of me doesn't like it, but it doesn't mean that the old way of unlocking guns is entirely removed. You still unlock guns for getting to a certain level. Once you reach level 23, you'll get a sniper or whatever gun will be there. That is still part of the game, but for a lot of the guns, you have to unlock them by using other guns to a certain level, and I think this is a good thing, but it's also kind of a bad thing. What I worry about is, let's say they release a new gun in the battle pass a couple of seasons from now, and it comes with a ridiculous unlock challenge for people who don't buy the battle pass or who weren't there for the season. So then you have to do a ridiculous unlock challenge to get the gun. Then once you finally get the gun, you have to level it to, let's say, level 30 to unlock another gun. And then once you get that gun, you can then finally level it up to get attachments. So you're going to have to do a crazy unlock system to get one gun. Then you have to level up another gun, which is going to unlock the gun you truly want. And then you have to level up that gun. I'm not saying that's exactly how it's going to go down, but that's a little bit of a worry for me because that's almost way worse than the system we have now. On the flip side, I do actually enjoy this because it does kind of make it enjoyable, and I do think there's some shared attachments between all of these guns, and I think that's something that's actually really nice. I'm pretty sure there's certain attachments, if you unlock them for that base gun, then you're going to get them for all of the other guns, and this to me is something that I actually really enjoy, and I think it's something that's going to be good overall. One of the other weird things, as I mentioned before, is the impact of all of this on Warzone 2. I don't know if this is a good thing. I don't know if this is a bad thing. I don't know if the changes coming up are going to be overall good or bad, but I have faith. I think the base potential of this game, of Warzone 2, it's super high. I think the game is going to be overall really good, but I am a little worried overall. As I said before, I'm not entirely convinced that this game's bad. I'm not entirely convinced it's amazing, but I do think it's actually one of the better Call of Duties we've had in years. And if you were a fan of Modern Warfare 2019, you're going to really enjoy this game. And I do think if you're a fan of Warzone 1, you're going to end up liking Warzone 2. I have to say, for me though, there are just some big issues with this game, and I couldn't see myself playing it for an entire year, just this game. I would really kind of get bored with it, and I'm kind of looking for another COD multiplayer to sometimes just feel like I really have to sink my teeth into it. But I think that's what I have Warzone for. Based on the fact that I make Warzone content primarily, and that's what I really like to play the most, I think I'm primarily past my multiplayer stage, and that's something I do want to talk about. I'm a little biased, guys. I love movement. I love moving fast around the map. So for me, I'm going to miss those things. I think the best part about Warzone is the super good movement. So when that gets taken out, it hurts. Overall, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you guys enjoy Modern Warfare 2. I apologize for the clickbait title, and I also hope that you understand that this video is all just my opinion, and I don't think it's objective in any way. It's been Ryan. Peace.